my, this certainly gave my evening a lift.
Ha! You must have radar. I was looking for you. I was gonna check the club if I couldn't find you here.
Well, I guess I've saved you travel time. What's up?
Well, I wanted to ask you the same thing. You called me, told me that you were through being noble and that you wanted to see me again. So what I'm wondering is what a girl has to do to convince you to take the next step. All right, here's the deal. We're not kids, and I'm not looking to wear your class ring.
Well, that's a good thing. I never had a class, let alone a ring.
We are both perfectly grown adults who like each other very much, and so I'm wondering, what are we waiting for?
Summer, we've had this conversation about 100 times, and every time we seem to come to some kind of an agreement, everything changes. You know my heart's on permanent hold for Laura.
I know that. I accept that. I'm willing to take whatever of you I can get.
Well, you shouldn't have to settle.
I'm not settling. Okay, wait a second. That's my decision to make anyway. As one of those grown-up things we were just talking about. Luke, I laugh with you. That means I'm not settling.
What's going on with your brother?
That's as painful an issue for me as Laura is for you. So I'd appreciate it if we didn't go there. Please.
Enough said.
Let's go somewhere.
What, like dancing?
No, I'm thinking bigger. I'm thinking let's get out of Port Charles for a couple days. It's cold here, you know. I want to go somewhere warm.
Aha, you mean like white sandy beaches with little rum drinks and umbrellas and pineapple wedges?
Yeah.
Go pack a bag.
You mean it? Say yes.
Oh, man, who could turn down this face? Yeah.
Good. Okay. I'll meet you back here in an hour.
I'll be here. Honey, don't get all twisted behind this. I am half owner, you know.
I know, Luke, but
Just tell Bobby I needed cash for an emergency trip to Bermuda. Oh, don't mention Bermuda for about 24 hours.
Dad, we need to talk.
It'll have to wait.
No, it can't. Something is going on with Summer.
Be specific.
I think Nikolas is blackmailing her. Nikolas was all over Summer, like he was telling her what to do.
How did she react?
Well, she was upset, but she was listening. And so when I confronted Nikolas, he just told me he hired Summer for sex. I doubt that.
I don't. He hired her to date somebody. Me.
You know what? That's crazy.
No. No, it isn't. He thought he could distract me from trying to get to your mother.
So you think Summer's been working for Nikolas this whole time?
Well, it makes sense. It fits. From a Cassadine point of view, sure. Keeps me from Laura, sends her in as a consolation prize.
God, Dad, do you really think Summer would do that to you?
Cowboy, she's a working girl. She'll do what she has to do to survive. I figured you'd want to do this face-to-face.
Yeah, there's a lot that I need to tell you.
Well, the short version is you're working for Nikolas Cassadine.
Yes, I am. I have good reason. Maybe you'll find them valid, maybe you won't. But listen, right now we need to talk about Lucky.
He's confused and very disillusioned in you, Summer.
I know.
He has reason to be.
Listen, I tried to explain this to him, okay? But he stayed long enough to hear me out, and then he took off. I think that he went to go confront Nikolas.
Good.
No, not good. He's furious. Nikolas has a ton of security. I mean, aren't you afraid that something could go wrong?
Look, my son's a grown man. He does what he wants to do. If he's finally ready to confront that insignificant little spawn from hell, so be it.
Listen, I'm asking you for help. If you're not going to do it for yourself or for your son, do it for me. I don't want to be the reason that something terrible happens to Lucky.
I believe in letting people do what they think they have to do, especially Lucky. It's been a very long time since it was my job to interfere in any choice he made.
You want him to fight with Nikolas?
I wouldn't lose any sleep over it.
You're that sure he can win?
Against Nick? Yes.
All right, never mind all of the security and servants that he has over there. Never mind the fact that Nikolas is willing to do anything and can justify it by using his mom's name. And I'm not saying that I'm some innocent lamb, but when I tried to back out of the deal, he had no trouble railroading me. So you think he's going to give Lucky more credit because they're brothers?
I wonder if my son knows just how much you care about him.
Lucky pretty much thinks I'm a two-faced liar. Which at this point I'm not sure how wrong he is. But it doesn't mean that I want him to get hurt. Will you please help me?
Well, I think you're giving Nick Cassadine a hell of a lot more credit than he deserves, but if it'll ease your conscience, what the hell?
You're gonna stop me. Lucky the hero is gonna avenge who exactly? Your father? Huh? Our mother? I did what she needed when you could not handle it, Lucky. I took care of her while you were pulling your father out of burning buildings. Where was he then? Did he care where she was or what she was going through? No, man. It was about him, his needs, his grief, his pain. So, fine. I sent him somebody to ease his pain. Big deal. Why aren't you thanking me? You're just mad that I didn't send Summer to you instead. Oh, you want to fight about this? Because it's always worked so well for us in the past, huh?
Guys,
Is that what you want?
stop!
Yeah?
Stop it! Nikolas, please
Get
stop!
off
Just...
me, you whore, okay? Cool.
Oh my God.
Okay, he's unconscious. Pupils are pearl. He's not responding to painful stimuli.
Keep this airway clear. I'll get a pressure.
Okay. Okay, I need some information, please.
He's my brother. His name's Nikolas Cassadine. He's in pretty good health. No allergies that I know of. I mean, he hasn't been drinking, I'm pretty sure.
Did you see what happened?
He fell and he hit his head.
All right, let's move you right in here. All right, people, let's be very careful here. We're going to move him on 3 and set 1, 2, 3. Okay. Call radiology. Tell them set up for a head and neck CT. Just want to see what kind of damage we have here. I don't feel any skull depression. Let's just hope there's not an intracranial bleed.
At least he doesn't need surgery. That seems like a positive sign.
Sounds like doctors speak for a bump on the head.
Yeah, but what if it's more? What did I do to my brother?
It's not your fault, Lucky.
I was the one who hit him. I hit him with everything I had.
Yes, but it was an accident. You were angry, but so was Nikolas. You did not intend for him to hit his head.
Did he come to yet?
I actually don't expect him to regain consciousness for a while.
Can we see him?
I'll allow it, but he won't know you're there. To be honest, it's pretty bad. The results range from blindness to brain damage. We really just going to have to wait it out. One other thing, when anyone is brought into the hospital in that condition, we're required to call the police. So they're probably going to talk to all 3 of you. Nikolas, you're in the hospital. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Can you tell me your name?
Nikolas Cassadine.
All right, Nikolas, you had a pretty severe blow to the head. Do you know who I am?
Tony Jones.
How many fingers am I holding up?
4.
Good.
So what do you think?
Let's step outside. It's a little early to tell. He's had a severe head trauma, and I need to finish the exam.
How's Nikolas? He'll be all right. They got you chasing ambulances now?
I heard it was a possible assault.
Since you were at the scene, I decided to investigate. When something bad happens to a Cassadine, Luke, you're usually to blame. Not this time.
Nikolas said something I didn't
He
appreciate.
fell, Mac. It was an accident. Here, you saw what happened. Tell him.
Luke did nothing to cause him to fall. Nothing.
All right, well, let's see if Nikolas tells the same story. Is he up for a few questions?
Nikolas has a closed head injury. He's in pain, so keep it brief.
What's a closed head injury?
It's when pressure builds up on the site of the trauma. The injury swells more than the brain will allow. Then the symptoms can result in severe headache, dizziness, nausea, sensitivity to light.
How long will they last, Tony?
Actually, I'll have a better diagnosis once I get the results back on your test, which I'm going to arrange right now. Excuse me.
Well, look, in the meantime, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Go ahead, Mac.
I'll keep it simple.
Good.
Did you fall, or were you attacked?
Lucky and I were arguing about my mother. And we never resolved anything. I was sick of it, so I turned to walk away. The courtyard was wet, and I slipped, Mac.
You slipped, or you were pushed?
He fell. Stop trying to make this something that it isn't. We called the paramedics, and here we are.
I hope that's true, Luke. You know, I thought the Spencer-Cassadine feud was put to rest when Helena was sent away. For your own good. In fact, for the comfort and safety of half the town, leave it that way.
Okay, show's over. Let's go.
Be along in a second.
Leave it alone.
He covered for me. I want to know why.
He's gearing up to work you. Don't let him.
Dad, I want to hear him out.
How long has Nikolas been paying you? You been working for him since the beginning?
Yeah. But Nikolas paid me to get your attention. Told me to try anything to get your attention. Told me to wear blue. Told me how to wear my hair. He told me to say that my name was Laura. My plan was actually to get you to follow me into the park, but you know, the whole car thing happened, and I had to go because I didn't want to be around for the cops to get there. But it didn't matter because you had already looked up at me.
And you knew I'd taken the bait. Congratulations. A job well done.
Nikolas paid me to get your attention, and he paid me to hold your attention. Look, he never paid me to care about you. I did that on my own. Nikolas paid me to distract you. The more time I spent with you and the more I knew about you, the more you mattered to me. That's why I was acting so weird at the end. I couldn't decide from one day to the next what I wanted from you.
You were following orders. You were keeping me interested.
No. I was trying to avoid this day, when you would learn the truth and you would believe the worst about me. Look, I don't want you to hate me.
I don't hate you. I admire your initiative. A girl's got a right to earn a living any way she can. What wounds me is being scammed. You see, I'm the scam master. I'm not used to being the scammy. What I don't appreciate is you using my love for my wife against me.
I never used your love for Laura.
If anything between us had happened that was real, you would have trusted me enough to come clean.
Nikolas says that he can find my brother, Luke. This is the best chance I've ever had.
I understand. Yeah. And it's all right. No real harm is done. But if you ever play me for a sucker again, I'll kill you. Have you seen the light? Are you full of brotherly forgiveness now that Nick's had a chance to tell you his noble motives?
My brother's lying in there. Hurting so badly he can barely open his eyes. There's not much point in carrying a grudge.
Go ahead. Turn the other cheek. Get a whole face full of bruises. Very slick, very effective, using my love for Laura against me. But I guess that'll be your last move. You won't have anything to say about what goes on with her now. Because from what I hear, you got permanent brain damage. You'll be too incapacitated to be anybody's guardian.